mean? This wordplay. This ain't to make friends. Welcome to Wordplay, everybody. Episode 11. I am your host, Dre Parker, and always right by my side, Big Jay.
What's up? So we're
gonna start the episode off a little bit different. We lost a hip hop icon, Craig Mack. He died of a heart attack. Yeah, man. Damn.
Yeah, I know, bro. That brought back memories, didn't it?
Hell yeah. That nigga was 46, man. Heart attack.
I remember that video too.
That's some hell of a stress, bro. To die at 46 of a heart attack.
Yeah, it's always weird when it's people that we can remember.
Yeah, that shit.
It's kind of weird when it's like them 80s and 70s rappers we don't really know, but when it's somebody we know, it kind of hit. You know what I'm saying?
Like I was hoping like Rick Ross didn't die. Like
yeah, me too, bro.
But now
that would have killed the
nigga. I want to get on the lighter note. Speaking of Rick Ross, literally, this nigga's on another lighter note. I don't know if you seen the picture of this.
Yeah, they try to say he had a triple bypass. Bypass. What you call that shit when you go get the surgery?
I think it's gastric bypass.
Gastric bypass. That's
but in his case, you can say triple bypass because that nigga
lost all that shit.
Man, nigga. I mean, in the hospital, people who sick, they lose weight.
Yeah.
That nigga lost an exceptional amount of weight.
They said this nigga went in looking like Rick Ross and came out looking like Big Crit. This nigga, I was like, yeah, nigga.
He did look like Big Crit, though.
He did look like Crit, bro. I'm like,
man, I looked at that shit like, bro, this nigga Renzel. He ain't the same, bro. Like, do you think that shit's gonna affect his music though? Nah,
it normally don't. Just from like, even with comedians like my man's Lavelle Crawford lost all that weight.
Yeah, but
you know what I'm saying?
Nah, I don't feel like it'll affect the sound, but I still feel like it's gonna affect his brand because he branded himself as a fly fat nigga.
But you know what? Like, you know how we is. Even when we got smaller, we still calling ourselves fat niggas. So
yeah, but yeah, I mean, we gonna see. Mm-hmm. I just put it like that. I mean, I feel like it's gonna affect his brand.
I hope not, because Ross one of my favorite artists.
They
so
said
if it really did, it kind of like, you know what I'm saying, it had a big effect on me.
He hasn't disappointed me yet with music, so let's see how the shit sound. You know what I'm saying? And
if this nigga talking vegan talking shit, it might be
man. Not different. If he got fucking gastric bypass surgery. That nigga he still eat Wingstop, nigga. Yeah. Lemon pepper, need a 10-piece.
That's what make it so weird that he lost all that weight because of what he eat. We see this nigga eating checkers on Snapchat every day, bro.
Man, that nigga done tried to pull a fugazi on the nigga talking about he's sick, nigga. You would have had that stomach surgery. Get your ass out of here.
Is that shit embarrassing for a dude though?
Is it embarrassing?
Yeah.
I think first off, like it's weird because he wasn't even as big as the people. Was. No, as the people that actually get the surgery.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like, I watched that 600-pound shit, nigga. They be big as fuck. Rick Ross wasn't that big. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But,
all he had to do is really get on the treadmill and, like, dedicate himself to it.
Yeah, he got to stop eating Wingstop and Checkers, though. Like, yeah. I mean, but look at me calling the kettle black.
But shit, nigga, we ain't, we ain't up like he is.
Nah, he was up.
But shit.
But, shout out to Rick Ross. I'm glad you home from wherever you came from. The hospital.
That do my man
or the surgery room.
Congratulations to you, bro.
Congrats, bro. I hope you feel good, nigga. All that, but just don't take your shirt off.
Yeah, because it's probably looking bad right now,
nigga. I know that shit don't look attractive, fam.
But you know what though? Ross got money, so he probably got that shit.
Yeah,
sold up.
That nigga body probably look like chewing gum. Nigga, don't nobody want to see that shit, bro. I'm just saying, dog. It's one thing to be a fat nigga with some titties, you know what I'm saying? You know, but your shit look like he should like he put that nigga in a microwave.
Look like a pack of hamburger and shit.
But anyway, shout out to Ross.
Yeah.
But we want to get into this OJ shit. Now we talked about it. Was it the last episode or episode before last?
Yeah, it was the last episode.
So about OJ's interview and him. I'm gonna do
so this past week,
you gotta do the air quotes though. Do the air quotes when you say it.
Hypothetical. Hypothetical, nigga. This past week, OJ released that interview we was talking about. The interview was from 2006. He sat down and did a speculatory or
just keep doing the air quotes. Every time you say a word, just keep doing the air quotes.
That basically he was saying if he would have did it, this is what he would have did, but. what everybody else got from it is he did that shit, bro.
Facts.
We already knew he did that shit. It was just weird that to see him say it and walk you through the scenario.
But how was he saying it though?
Hypothetically. And then that's how you know it was in 2006, because now niggas, we don't use hypothetical. We'll just say, you know what I'm saying, it ain't politically correct or
it ain't true though. First, I'm not doing no type of interview that's gonna, I feel like, incriminate me.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing for me was, I was like, bro, you didn't got away with this shit.
Technically, it won't incriminate him other than a court of public opinion, because he's already found not guilty for that shit. So there's the double jeopardy shit. He can't get tried for the same case. Yeah,
I understand that, but like I said, it's public perception. He had the jury was out on him. He had people believing that he did it, had people who didn't. Then the documentaries kind of like gave you even more like, I don't know if he really did it or not.
Right.
But now you know for sure.
I'm not black, I'm OJ.
And then I thought about it like this too. Even though he can't get tried for it again, but he still can go get sued by the families.
Facts.
So at the end of the day, you just adding more troubles for yourself. Now they about to take the little money you do got, nigga, like the little shit you got left. At this point,
I mean, have they pursued legal action though? Like,
the shit only been out a couple of days, so ain't no telling.
I don't know, man. That shit kind of funny.
I think it's disrespectful, especially him laughing and shit during the interview. That's what made it even more like, damn, bro, you just like really don't give a fuck about you. And this was in 2006.
Hypothetically,
this was closer to the time it happened than now.
You sure? I thought that shit happened. That shit happened in the 90s, bro.
What? Yeah, I'm saying it's closer than it is now. 2006 is closer than 2018, and he was laughing then. So imagine how he feel now.
Yeah,
he really don't give a fuck. He probably forgot about that shit, bro.
Not necessarily, because he still did 10 years for stealing his own shit. So he kind of did his little time. But I mean,
shit, 10 years for 2 murders. Give me that any day.
I'm just not about to get on TV and say anything about anything, nigga.
But that's how you know OJ wasn't gangster, bro.
It ain't about him being gangster, nigga. It's about him being smart. You think that nigga retarded?
No, I'm just saying. But sometimes if your ego and you one of them egomaniac niggas, you'll do that type of shit because you want to look like a serial killer or a motherfucking, I forgot what they call those people who kind of like damn, I forgot the actual term for crazy people.
Psycho?
No, it's another word. It's along the same lines though.
I don't know. Crackheads? I don't know. I'm gonna start throwing out names.
No,
in a minute. Huh?
I forgot the fucking terminology for it, but it's basically a crazy person.
Like criminally insane?
Nah, that's not the word.
All right, fuck it. We ain't about to get.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna guess.
It's basically you know what I'm saying. He's one of those people who just like the chaos and shit and like to see people. I forgot. I wish I knew the word.
A love and hip hop star?
No, nigga.
I just said because they always like chaos and shit.
Yeah, but
it's not a segue. We're not finna talk about you, nigga.
Yeah, but the nigga, he one of those type of people, bro. Like he gotta have, attention. He gotta let you know that I did this, but you can't do nothing about it.
Do shit about it.
And you know what I'm saying? He just gotta flex a little bit.
That shit's still kind of gangster though. That's kind of gangster though. Like I did it, but you.
That part is gangster, but.
Yeah,
it is.
That shit gangster,
it's gangster though. Yeah, it's gangster. But at the same time, if you want to look at it as far as like if I was a family member of that, either one of them, the lady or my man's, I'd be fucked up right now.
I want to know what was the motive behind them even putting out this interview though. Like what? Like
I mean, shit. We just seen OJ get out of jail a couple months ago, so that might be the motivation. That he wanted to, you know what I'm saying, just get back in the limelight.
You sure he wanted to get back in the limelight, or the limelight wanted to get back into him?
It could have been either way.
Because they was on his ass.
It could have been a money grab too for him. They could have talked it to like, we're gonna give you a whole bunch of money, and we just want to release it. And he probably just like, shit, I need the bread, so come on with it. I just got out of jail. I need something.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
but on to other news or something like news.
What's up?
I want to talk about that Bow Wow shit, bro.
Okay,
I don't know if it's real, like not like. So if y'all don't know, Bow Wow was, I guess, performing, and he was walking backstage, and somebody ran up on him and gave him 2 wings and a biscuit.
I don't even think it was that. It was just he only pushed him one time. He didn't even sock him.
I mean, he pushed him with a fist though. I saw an arm come up, but bottom line is, I'm gonna say he gave the nigga 2 wings and a biscuit. Bow Wow fell, but the backstory is that I guess Bow Wow said some ill shit about Future.
Yeah. I don't
know what the fuck. What did he say?
Okay, I watched the interview. with Clinton Sparks earlier in Dash Radio, and they had Bow Wow on there. And he was talking.
This was prior to him getting.
No, was today.
Okay.
So he did the interview saying basically he was backstage at a Jay-Z concert.
Okay.
And my man's, I think his name is Cheeks Boss Man.
Okay.
An artist, I guess one of Future artists. Bow Wow had said something like he put a lyric up on Twitter, and it was for somebody else, but Future thought it was him, and so my man's took offense and he seen Bow Wow. So when he seen Bow Wow, I guess he stepped to him about that, but Bow Wow said he wasn't talking about him. This was a whole nother situation. He said he ain't got no problems with Future. He said he dating his girl. He ain't tripping over there. He was like...
So was it about the Sierra situation?
No, Future is dating his baby mama.
Bow Wow's baby mama?
Yeah, Bow Wow's baby mama. So that's what it was supposed to be over.
Oh, okay.
But supposedly, my man's got his ass whooped after that. They said they beat the brakes off that nigga and took all his shit.
Oh, okay.
And he said if you don't believe him, Tank was back there, Timberland was back there, and Jim Jones was back there. So he said if y'all don't believe me, y'all can talk to them niggas, but we got low on them niggas. He only did that little push, that's it. He said because he was walking down the hallway with one of his homeboys that played for the Miami Dolphins. So I guess my man, as soon as he seen him push Bow Wow, he grabbed him and yoked him up, and then the rest of the niggas just started like mobbing on that nigga. They said this nigga Bow Wow took a chair and hit the nigga with the chair like some WWE shit.
All right now, shout out to Bow Wow.
That's what I said, bro.
Down.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Yeah.
By the time he came out clean with something,
when I first saw it, I didn't believe it because now it's like everything that this nigga put online.
It's a Bow Wow challenge.
It's like Bow Wow challenge type shit. So I mean, so I guess at least y'all got y'all revenge, bro. I mean, that's all that really matters.
For real. Because at the end of the day, a lot of niggas don't get that. You just see the viral video of them niggas getting pushed, and that's it.
What I want to know is, did Future send Cheeks Boss Man?
Yeah, I don't know about that. That's the big question. Or did he just take it upon himself because Future is man's and he wanted to shut a nigga he was down? So.
Some bitch ass shit, bro.
But that's how niggas do. That's how they get clout now, bro.
Clout chasing ass niggas.
Clout chasing ass niggas. What the fuck
is you trying to get, man?
No, my blunt fell and I'm trying to find it. I'm just being, real with the shit.
Give it all the way 1,000, bro.
I'm trying to get my blunt, nigga.
Did y'all see it? Did y'all see the nigga?
I hope y'all seen it. Help me find this bitch.
But back to Shad Moss, man. Shouts out to that man. Like, I think we grew up with Bow Wow. I did.
Yeah, I grew up in the era.
Anyway,
Bow Wow.
you know what I'm saying? And nigga, them screen tours was full of them. They had the ones in there.
Shit, not only that, he did the biggest numbers.
Nigga, you ain't got to keep talking. Just find your blunt, bro. It's a podcast. It ain't live radio.
I know, nigga. I'm just saying.
And we're not going to edit this shit out.
Nah, nigga, we keeping this shit in here. It's live shit.
He's really trying to find his butt. You got it?
Nah, I think it fell in this bag I grabbed, but I ain't see it.
Get that motherfucker, man.
I got to get it. I got to get high. We back.
There you go.
We back.
Tell them what you smoking today.
I'm smoking on good, nigga.
What the fuck is the name of it?
Nigga.
All that shit got a name, bro. Even if it don't got a name, make one up real quick. Call it Spider-Man. Let's move on to the next scenario. Like, I wanna kind of go. Hey, what the fuck was we? I don't want to. We gonna talk about the Breakfast Club. I know, Breakfast Club had like a hell of a fucking week.
Yeah, hell yeah.
But I don't want to get all up into that just yet. We got a few other things that we want to touch on. Okay, since we talking about Bow Wow getting punched and Boss Man Cheeks getting the shit beat out of him.
Yeah.
Or Cheeks, but whatever fuck boy name
Cheeks
is.
Boss Man.
Whatever. A sucker. Because you're going to snuff the nigga instead of doing the...
Yeah, you should have walked up to the nigga, approached him, then sucked the nigga.
But Tory Lanez and Travis Scott. Now, it's not a beef.
Yeah.
But the most sucker shit happened when you got a bunch of square niggas in your circle and you having a conversation with another nigga, you know what I'm saying, on some, it's supposed to be on some close-knit type shit, and the nigga got his fucking phone out and he recording it. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And basically, if y'all don't know, Tory Lanez was on the Breakfast Club, last week?
Yeah.
And they had asked him about other people sounding like him. And he was saying, I'm not mad, I get it because I wrote for them. And he insinuated that he wrote for Travis Scott.
See, let me take you a step backwards. So, that clip that came out, right?
Right.
That was from 2 years ago. That wasn't from recently.
But it was talking about the same thing.
The reason he said something in the Breakfast Club interview about it is because he got a song on his album about it.
Okay.
And so that shit happened 2 years ago. So the video footage they just been sitting on. So I guess it looked like Tory Lanez released it because his album just came out, and then the footage came out the day after. So that's what the whole thing is. They trying to make it like it's kind of tasteless to do it now when you ain't put this shit out 2 years ago when it happened.
And it probably would have worked out better for him if he would have put it out 2 years ago.
For real.
Because one, he didn't sound like a chump. You know what I'm saying? And two, he was still on the rise, and people would have looked at him like, damn, bro, like you writing for niggas and shit like that? Yeah. Even though he didn't. And I want to know, do you feel like that? Do you feel like if somebody else write a verse and they didn't specifically write it for you, but you end up doing a record and saying that particular part that they wrote, do you feel like that they wrote for you?
See, the pretenses that they did it under was different only because it wasn't Tory Lanez. I mean, it wasn't Tory Lanez's song and it wasn't Travis Scott's song.
Right.
So the way from I heard Travis Scott talk about it is basically it was a song. Now, even Tory Lanez said it. He said it was a song that they wanted Travis Scott to get on. And he said he didn't even want to get on the song in the first place. But they asked him to do that. And what he said, they asked him to say.
Right.
Particularly for the song. So that's different. I see if you going in and they ask you for a verse and you go get a verse from Tory Lanez.
Right.
Then it look weird. But they had that shit already ready, and he don't know who wrote that. They just wanted him to say, they just wanted him to say the shit.
So I feel like, Tory Lanez clout chasing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's a fact.
He didn't have to say that. When they asked him, like, how do you feel about people saying you stealing their sound? He didn't have to say that, I write for them, so how can I steal their sound? He could have just said, how can I steal their sound when I don't sound like them?
Period. Because he don't sound like Travis Scott.
He don't sound like him, bro. At all. So that's what he should have said, but he just... in his feelings, bro. No, I don't even think that. I think it's one of those man things. Like you ask a question, and he know
what he got a complex though.
Yeah, but I'm saying even though he know what he did to my man, so he know he like, oh, that nigga soft. He ain't gonna say nothing if I say something about him because he was on my bus and wouldn't do shit.
Right.
So he knew who to do that to.
Yeah.
Because he ain't say nothing about the private conversation him and Drake had. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. He just said that they had one.
Yeah, he just said they had one. He ain't say what was all said, and he just said it was done and over with. They cool. But he know Drake move with other niggas, and he know the niggas that Drake move with can touch his ass. Travis Scott ain't nobody worried about him. But now that shit came out, Southside, which is a producer from Atlanta, and like he even produced on Watch the Throne. He did a lot of shit.
I know Southside is.
Yeah, so Southside basically told Tory Lanez, like, nigga, when I catch you, bro, you gonna get your ass beat because Travis don't be on that shit, but I do. And that's my man. So you fuck with him, you fuck with me, nigga.
Yikes.
So...
and I mean, the shit old though. Like, so why even?
He mad because he like, you a hoe for putting a video out.
So he still feel like Tory Lanez. Do you feel like Tory's put the video out?
I feel like it's just the timing of it.
Yeah, I mean, it looked suspect as fuck.
And then your man's is the one who had the video because it had to be somebody from your bus.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was all your people on the bus. It wasn't shit else, bro.
Yeah, that shit crazy. I don't know. I feel like all that, like him saying, like I wrote for these niggas. And I'm like, bro, like that's not the same thing, my nigga.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't no reference track. It wasn't none of that, nigga. You didn't write for nobody. You wrote some shit and another nigga said it, bitch. He ain't know you wrote it.
For real.
Like you a clout chasing ass nigga, and I fuck with Tory. I think the boy talented. His album is dope as fuck. If you haven't checked his album out, it's good.
Yeah.
It's dope. But still, like, nigga, you ain't got to do all that, bro. Like, you don't have to clout chase, nigga. You got that type of talent. And it ain't like you just a talentless nobody or a talent. Like
a talent chaser nigga.
Like, or you got the talent and you ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? Niggas know who you is. You got a straight little fan base. Like, nigga, like you don't got a clout chase. That's just some sucker nigga shit, man. But that's that Canada shit.
I think it's just a new wave in the kids shit. I don't even think it's Canada. I think it's just kids. Everything is in the age of social media. So at this point, if I'm gonna say something to you, I ain't gonna say nothing just to you. I'm gonna say it online so everybody can see it. Right. That nigga. That's just some. That's some kid shit, bro. That's some soft ass shit. And I don't knock Southside, like nigga, like if I know my man's, he ain't, you know what I'm saying, he just an artist, he ain't into all that life. You know what I'm saying? And nigga, you acting real aggressive, like nigga, okay, I got him. Yeah. Don't even worry about it. Yeah, I meet that aggression with aggression, my nigga. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, we already know that Travis Scott, his cement on the game is already like there. He ain't got to worry about it no more. Like, he ain't got to prove nothing to nobody.
Yeah.
And Tory Lanez still do. So at the end of this video, you might have punked the nigga, but the nigga still up on you.
I'm gonna tell you like this, bro. And this is my honest opinion. In order for Tory Lanez to be at the top, Drake will have to retire.
Or Drake will have to co-sign him and do music with him.
Not even because he want to be at the top. Drake is at the top of the food chain. Drake has Canada.
I understand that, but it's like The Weeknd got his pocket, and you know what I'm saying. Party got his pocket,
but they all
Tory Lanez can have a pocket.
But they all are sons of Drake.
Yeah.
The only way you gonna be the best, you gotta beat the best, or the best gotta sit down for a minute. You know what I mean? This is why other niggas in the game can never really be called the greatest as long as Jay-Z still making fucking music. He going on tour again.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
See, but that's the thing though. Is this? Do you really want to go to a Jay-Z concert at this point?
Yes.
Not you. I'm talking about like the people. Is there like in high demand? Because I know. The reason I feel like it's selling out like that is because Beyonce is on it.
That's
if Beyonce wasn't on, like, can Jay go on tour by himself?
Can he go on tour by himself? No. I don't think he's ever been on tour by himself. Like, it was always Rockefeller. Like, it was always other pieces. When I seen him, it was him, Jeezy, and Trey Songz.
Yeah. See, that's perfect.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a little bit of everything for everybody.
Yeah, so, you know, and it was a dope-ass show. Like, don't get me wrong, but him being by himself, no matter how great he is, I still don't feel like he got that impact.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like really no rapper have that impact. Only like a Beyonce or a motherfucking shit. What's my man name with the funny glasses that play the piano?
Stevie Wonder?
No. The white guy, man, that did the song with Eminem. The gay guy.
Oh, you talking about the gay guy?
Yeah, he gay.
Elton John?
Yeah, Elton John.
Okay.
Like, cause these niggas like they are iconic. Yeah. Like Jay-Z's just a hustler.
Yeah.
He getting that bread. He's not an icon when it comes to music. Mm-hmm. So only icons like Janet Jackson, like they can go on tour by themselves.
And see, that's the thing that is kind of fucks me up about hip hop. We don't really do that to our people. We don't make our people that big. They be that big to us, but we don't support them with the numbers like everybody else.
Well, you got to understand too. Hip hop just start to me, you know, from my, you know, me seeing it, start really going overseas. Now niggas has always went overseas to get checks, but I'm talking about like overseas and like R&B. Like think about Michael Jackson. Like this nigga was here, fucking nigga Russia, nigga China, Germany. You know what I'm saying? That's iconic shit. Beyonce the same way. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? It's a global thing. In order to be icon, you have to get to a global market.
But don't you think it should be like that now? Now that hip hop has moved into their number one spot as being the top genre across the nation?
Yes, you would think so. But the fact that niggas ain't, because niggas, so many niggas independent, that shit costs money to become global. That shit costs. You know what I'm saying? That's a fact.
I know it costs, but
niggas
it don't cost you out your pocket. It always costs the label of you.
But niggas ain't doing label things no more. It's more of a partnership. So if you got a partnership with a label, nigga, you putting up money and they're putting up money.
Yeah, I understand.
You know what I'm saying? So,
but to go overseas will benefit both of y'all because then that make the business booming.
It might benefit, but you know they got their own shit too. Like it's still new. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? It's still new. Like you know niggas, like I said, niggas been going to London and you know wherever, but niggas ain't going to China. Niggas ain't doing shows in Russia, fam.
Oh no, hell yeah!
You know
I don't know about Russia, but I know China for sure.
You know what I'm saying? But it's new. It's still a new market. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So in due time, it's gonna get to that point where rappers will become iconic. But not, you know what I'm saying? It's still like these niggas is like on the local, without being local. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
I feel what you're saying. I just feel like it should be a point where now that it moved into the number one genre, those people in China and shit can kind of go back and listen to the history of music and kind of like get engulfed in it because now it's like it's popular. So it's popular to go back and know what's up. Because if you run into a motherfucker that really know hip hop and they start talking about music that you don't know about, then you look like you ain't a part of the culture like you're supposed to. Right. So now, you want to look like a poser, you know what I'm saying? You're going to go and figure out all the shit you need to know. You're going to wear all the right clothes and shit. As far as like, you know what I'm saying, Chinese people in Germany and shit like that. And they going to engulf themselves in the culture. So I feel like they should know about this shit now. Jay-Z should be an icon to everybody.
Jay-Z is an icon on the business level.
Jay-Z hasn't made music that translated to everybody.
To everybody.
Recently.
But that's the key. Like, the only other nigga I can think of that could possibly be considered an icon when it comes to music is Kanye.
Okay.
And that's just because he has done music with everybody. And that's one of the keys, too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta kind of, and I'm not saying, like, cross over.
Yeah.
But you gotta be able to do records with these rock and roll groups. And, you know what I'm saying? Like, look at Run DMC. Run DMC got big as fuck when they did the joint with Aerosmith.
Yeah.
Because it merged, you know what I'm saying, the cultures together. And it turned them into, in somewhat of a global, like, rap group.
Yeah, because Run DMC, they
was getting their chicken, like, don't get me wrong, but
yeah, I don't think
they went off, nigga. When they did that shit with Aerosmith, nigga, they went off.
That translated everywhere, bro. Everybody knew who Run DMC was. I mean, even Adidas stock went up after that.
Because you got to think, too, Aerosmith will perform that song without them.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So now they're like, oh, shit. Like, then they, you know what I mean? It's just one of them things.
The videos were really did it.
Yeah,
with both of them in the video together.
So, like I said, like, Beyonce is an icon. So, Jay, like, I've never seen this nigga no rapper. I think, wasn't Kanye on the tour by himself?
Yeah.
Icon shit. You feel what I'm saying? Selling that shit out.
I mean, Kanye, but he one of them type of artists. He got so much. He got one of the largest catalogs, probably.
And then also, too, Kanye put a lot in his show. His showmanship. So, it's from visual aspect to the prop, everything. Like,
you kind of get that same like thing with Ed Sheeran. Like, when he bring out all his instruments and shit. Yeah. That's the type of shit Ye do. He bring out the MPC, put that bitch in the middle of the stage, make the beat right then on the, you know what I'm saying? So
it's a show.
Yeah.
Whereas Jay-Z, like, don't get me wrong, like, Jay-Z, he performed with a live band, which make everything doper.
Yeah.
So
everything more grand.
Yeah. So, but he's just still one nigga with a mic. You know what I'm saying? it's the same shit, bro, every show.
But you know what though? I think what makes the difference is the talking in between.
Yeah, he definitely.
So that's what I'm saying. He kind of let everything breathe and talk, and you know what I'm saying, and make it make sense to you. And
I think Jay-Z and even like artists like a Jay-Z are better on an intimate level anyway.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like you want to reach that icon level, but you know the intimate settings, the 200 people.
Yeah.
Like I feel like Jay-Z's best performances was that Unplugged shit. And then AOL Music when he did the whole American Gangster album. Yeah. That was the dopest shit in the world. Yeah. Yeah. That was way better than actually going to the concert and seeing this nigga.
Yeah, because you get the all your favorite songs.
He talk about it.
You know
what I'm saying? It's dope. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So
I've never been to a Jay-Z show personally. That's my bucket list thing. I'm trying to go see that.
You better do it because I missed the Michael Jackson show.
Yeah,
I wanted to go bad than a motherfucker. Yeah. And I regret that shit. So you gotta go see it.
Yeah,
we'll go see it. Yeah. I don't want to go see that nigga with Beyonce. I'm cool.
Yeah, me too, bro. That's why I said that's the only reason I want to go on the hip hop.
Unless they invite Wordplay podcast, then we'll go.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? That's some nice seats in the front.
I'm not going. Fuck.
You know what I'm saying?
But now I want to, let's talk about the Breakfast Club. Like, did you have anything other than
No, go ahead. Yeah, you.
Like, no, what did you have other than that?
Oh, you got the Breakfast Club shit, like you said. Juelz shit.
All right, we can talk about Juelz.
Okay.
Y'all want to talk about it? We gonna talk about him.
All right.
You elaborate on it a little bit better, man. Like I fuck with Juelz, man. This nigga goofy as hell.
I'm gonna give y'all the nigga Cliff Notes version.
The nigga Cliff.
Nigga went to airport in Jersey.
Okay.
Stood in line, you know what I'm saying, to get his shit checked. I guess he realized he had the burner in the bag.
If you can call it that.
So he let the bag go ahead through the shit, you know what I'm saying, to get checked. And he just decided to say fuck it and left. He turned around, walked out that bitch, got in the cab and dipped. But the thing is, he forgot that he left his ID in his bag. So they had his ID, some oxys, and the little Dillinger. So now, you know what I'm saying, they put a warrant out for his arrest. He turned himself in. But now he facing all type of charges. Because you remember he got in trouble a couple years ago on some drug-related shit. So I guess he was on probation still from that. So he can get in trouble for having the gun just, you know what I'm saying, even if it was registered, he can get in trouble for having a gun. Just because he's on probation, So
I'm going to go out on a limb and say this nigga Juelz is a junkie. I don't believe that this nigga is selling oxys. I don't feel like he needs to. But he had some oxys in the pistol. This nigga was high. And he had his extra pills in his bag.
Well, what about the gun, though?
He was high. And he had a gun in the back. And, you know, he realized, like, oh, fuck. Like,
but damn, like, who the fuck, like, he ain't got no woman that was watching him pack his bag or nothing? Like, come on, man.
Probably, I don't know.
Who the fuck was, like, monitoring this nigga?
Who don't see that little ass fucking gun, nigga? You act like that bitch was the Thriller Thralla. Nigga, that bitch was not the Thriller Thralla.
Yeah, nigga.
The Thriller Thralla is what I call the good. That nigga
bitch, that Dillinger about the size of a lighter, nigga. You put that, pull that bitch up.
Remember when Harlem Nights too when they was shooting that quick?
Pow, pow.
That's what he had, nigga. He had the little shit. Stop shooting that little shit. That's what he had. That nigga, like, I probably forgot I had that motherfucker too. Like, shit.
Yeah, that shit. That's just like.
That was a junkie move.
Yeah, it was, bro. It was a misstep.
Nah, if this goofy ass nigga bring out some music tomorrow, I'm gonna be mad. Cause now
he can't do shit tomorrow. He in jail, nigga.
Oh yeah. It's still shit. Kimbella probably might just like, man, I'm gonna put the song out.
But oh yeah,
it's gonna go off.
I was about to say he ain't getting out. They gonna make him sit in there.
That's some goofy ass.
Because he fled, so now he ain't got no chance to get no bond.
That's some goofy shit, man.
So now he gonna have to sit in jail all the way until the end of March when they get that court date ready for him. So he gonna have to sit in there probably about 20 days.
I would have lied and said, nigga, I left some grits on the stove. To go back home real quick. I just
like fuck it, bro.
I was like, I seen this lady here that kind of looked like oatmeal, and then I remembered I had grits on the stuff. I had to go back to the house.
I left the toaster plugged up.
I had Pop-Tarts in there. Niggas about to set the house on fire. I didn't say anything. But nigga, like, and I don't know, bro. A lot of I told you these celebrities.
He got a lawyer, so he ain't go when he had to turn himself in. So I'm pretty sure when he went in to turn himself in, he went with a lawyer. So the lawyer probably didn't let him say shit. The lawyer probably was like, yeah, he had to go home, family emergency. He got in the hospital and shit. Yeah. So I ain't no telling. Just, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to see another nigga locked up, especially on some stupid shit like that.
But he still shouldn't have had that gun, though.
I know, bro.
That was a junkie move, man.
A lot of niggas had shit they don't supposed to have. So.
That was a junkie move.
Yeah. But jail, you know how they do us when they get us in the system, bro? Especially him being what you call it, a habitual.
I just said that shit the other day. I said it seemed like every nigga that go to jail or do some type of time, bro, like shit just always stick to this nigga. Like them be the niggas that get pulled over all the time.
You see Chris Brown?
Like nigga.
He can't stay out of shit just because they got him under a microscope after that shit.
Man, that shit is crazy, dude. Like, I don't know, man. But free Juelz.
Yeah, free my nigga.
Get that nigga some rehab, bro, because he taking them oxys. And I want to see the Dipset reunion happen, nigga. I don't
see that nigga out here selling no oxys, bro. So
I don't know. Nah, yeah, he was taking them.
Yeah, he had to be taking them.
He's a part of the opioid epidemic, nigga.
Yeah, that's
fucking junkie. But all right, so now we can get into the Breakfast Club shit. So the Breakfast Club had, if you don't know who the Breakfast Club is, it's one everybody DJ Emmy Charlamagne guy, Breakfast Club. Actually, I fucked it up, but who cares? According to Maul, some niggas on the downward spiral. But they had a hell of a week.
Yeah, for real.
For them to be on a downward spiral, nigga, they had a hell of a week.
Hell yeah.
So
maybe that's
nigga, they had Michael Blackston on there. They had who else?
Desus and Mero.
Mm-hmm. And of course the Tory Lanez shit. So all these little interviews just spawned in the last 7 days.
Yeah.
And have
literally
all had kind of trickle over outside of the Breakfast Club with shit that happened.
Yeah, go Twitter, go viral, nigga, all this shit.
So we talked about the Michael Blackston shit. No, we didn't. We talked about the Tory Lanez shit.
Yeah, we talked about Tory Lanez.
But I want to talk about Michael Blackston. So Michael Blackston was on the Breakfast Club. If you don't know who Michael Blackston is, he's just a beach house nigga. He's the African, quote unquote African comedian from Philly.
Why is it quote unquote? Why is it quote unquote?
That's because that's Kevin Hart.
We know that nigga African.
I know he's from Africa, but he's from Philly by way of West Africa.
Yeah.
By way of what do you say, Liberia?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So he was on the Breakfast Club. You know, they asked him about the Kevin Hart shit, and you know, he basically was saying that them niggas not really tight like they used to be, and you know, he joked on everybody, which I feel the same. You know what I'm saying? Like I get it. Like these niggas is extra sensitive. Like nigga, you want me to call you? Call you. Like, nigga, we ain't cool like that. Like, nigga, I'm gonna make a joke, nigga. Shit.
But, nigga, we both busy, bro. You shouldn't even be looking for my call like that, nigga. We should be able to see each other in traffic and be good.
I mean, Kevin, I felt like, nigga, instead of making jokes, you should have called me and asked me if I was good. Or not even make jokes because there's some serious shit going on.
I don't even think see, Kevin, what happened was, as far as Mike, I think where he fucked up at, he went a little too long with the joke. If he would have just jabbed that nigga and left it alone, I don't think it would have been that big of a deal. I think that he drugged that shit on so much is what irritated Kevin.
But that's what he do. That's what he.
I know, bro. But by that being somebody that you dealt with before, just hit him and keep it moving. Man. It ain't even got to be on some friend shit. Like, I dealt with this nigga before. We didn't broke bread.
If it's fucking funny, bro, I don't care how long you.
But it's not funny after a while, bro.
Yeah, but eventually,
that Michael Blackston shit got old after the second day, bro.
And then at that point, then he know when to stop.
He didn't though. He kept that shit going for like 2 weeks.
Because it was funny to him. He kept coming up with shit.
Yeah, all right, bro. I know, bro.
Get your creative juices out. On some real shit, I think Kevin Hart was pissed, not because Michael Blackston said something and made the shit funny, because Kevin Hart would have talked about that shit, or probably did talk about it in his stand-up.
Yeah.
And kind of was like, damn, like, you kind of took
the jokes, yeah.
That's all, like, that's some real shit. That's the only reason I
can see that too. I mean, that too. That too.
Because you know niggas make jokes.
Yeah.
But why you come for him, though?
Yeah.
Everybody was saying shit. Why you come for him, though?
Because that's supposed to have been somebody he felt like I was a friend.
Why? Because y'all both from Philly?
No, because they dealt with each other. Like he said, they
He just said they dealt with each other. I don't give a fuck, man.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe it's like he was looking at it like a professional courtesy. Like, nigga, if we deal with each other.
I told you that shit before.
What?
Comedians feel like because they're comedians, they can say whatever the fuck they want. You cannot have it both ways. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Either you gonna be a comedian and respect it, and just understand that a nigga gonna say some shit, or you gonna check it. And you know what I'm saying? Be like, nah, I don't wanna do this shit no more.
Yeah, and that tie into that envy shit.
You know what I'm saying? But before we even get into that,
yeah. So
Angela Yee, and I think Angela Yee is a beautiful woman. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? She's a cougar. Because I don't know how old she is. I'm just gonna.
Yeah, she don't look that old, but she
fine. She fine. I ain't gonna lie.
I done seen her, like, for her to be dealing with Wu-Tang and shit when them niggas was popping. She had to be older.
Because she don't work for everybody.
Yeah, she gotta be over 30.
But
or something.
I like Yee, but she did the messiest shit. Now I don't know if y'all familiar with the young lady Golden. Hold on, what's her name? Georgia Rain.
I wasn't familiar with her before this shit either.
I always seen pictures of her, but I didn't know who she was. Like, I would see him with her.
Okay,
I didn't know who she was. So basically, this was Michael Blackston's main chick, and then they, called it quits or whatever like that. And basically, when he was talking shit about Kevin Hart cheating, she goes on the line and say, "Hey, nigga, you can't really talk because you couldn't keep your dick in your pants either." Right? So this is before Breakfast Club. Yeah. So when Michael Blackston got up there, Yee decided to text her. Mm-hmm. Like, that shit, like, what part of the game is that? Like, is Charlamagne egging the shit on? Get her on the line, get her on, like, nigga.
No, that was Envy saying that.
Huh?
Envy was saying get her on the line, too.
So, you know what I mean?
So it's like, it was a group effort, bro.
So y'all gassed her up, she got her on the line, and she pretty much just was, like, kind of like hoeing this nigga. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. The only thing she said that was respectable is that Kevin Hart looked at Michael Blackston as competition. Yeah. Period.
And and the thing was, she was hoeing that nigga, but she was still, like, giving that nigga some rhythm, like she wanted to fuck with him.
Yeah, I mean,
Because Yee was talking all the shit, like, y'all can get back together. She was like, yeah, we can do this, and making suggestions like, shut up, she trying to help you out. No, nigga, like, bitch, I'm done. Get off the phone.
Get off the fucking phone. His whole face changed, bro. Did you see that shit?
I seen that shit, bro.
That nigga put his glasses back on and everything. He was out there mad as fuck.
Yeah, bro.
Like, why the fuck did I come up?
Because he felt ambushed, just like,
He would never go back to the Breakfast Club, bro. This is what fucked them up.
But this is fucking them up with a lot of people now. Because they seeing them ambush people. And people ain't about to come up there if they feel like y'all trying to get a moment out of them.
And that's what it's turning to. It's turning to a moment. Maul might be right.
Yeah, bro. I didn't think so
Maul
either.
Might be right.
He might be onto something. So I'll take my comments that I had about you, Maul, calling you a hater, bro. You know what I'm saying? You might be onto something.
Still a hater.
I mean, no.
But he said he was for it. Like, he might be right.
Because, I didn't even think about it. Like, they are clickbaiting recently.
If you think about it, at first, it was more celebrities going up there than regular, like, people we don't know. Yeah. Now it's more regular people we don't know than celebrities. Yeah. And the celebrities is the ones that get the motherfucking views. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And that's the reason why people tune in.
That Birdman shit started it all, bro. They seen what the numbers do when they get something like that.
And there you go.
And it just spiraled down from there, bro. So, Maul, you might got a point, bro. They might be about to get the fuck out of here.
Shout out to Maul, Joe Budden Podcast. Shout out to Rory, and shout out to Joe. And Parks and whoever else in the fucking room. Like 30 niggas in there.
Now, that shit gears a little bit, you know what I'm saying, stay on the Breakfast Club, but that shit kind of irritated me a little bit, bro, how they did my niggas up there.
These is I put it like this: if them niggas is Captain America and them niggas like me and Jay, we're Batman and Superman. Them niggas Captain America and Iron Man.
Yeah, bro.
Desus and Mero.
Like, dog, like for them to do that, bro, like
that shit was
if
fun.
y'all don't know what happened, you know what I'm saying? Desus and Mero went up to the Breakfast Club to promote their tour they got.
Right.
You know, they got 2 tours going on. They got one in New York and one that's you know, through the States.
Okay.
So they went up there and DJ Envy took that opportunity to cut into them about some shit that they said, you know what I'm saying, on their show that's on Viceland. Okay. You know what I'm saying? As far as what he said, subjective. If you think it's bad, depending on how if you sensitive or not, or because as a celebrity, I feel like you're supposed to have some type of like disconnect from what people say sometimes, just because you always under the microscope and people always saying something. Right. So if you put something out, you should expect people to say something bad about it eventually, even through the comments and everything. So for him to just go off the handle on these niggas on something they say, and these niggas is proven to be comedians and this is what they do. Yeah. You sensitive as fuck, bro, and you was in your feelings and you look like a hoe on TV in front of everybody. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna play the clip from the Breakfast Club.
Oh shit, we got a clip, nigga.
You know what I'm saying? We got the clip.
It's our first clip.
Our first clip, nigga.
We're moving on up.
Up in the game, nigga. So should I play the one with Desus and Mero or y'all play theirs first?
Yeah. Some feelings on the Breakfast Club.
Wow, the Biscuit Bandit strikes again.
That's right. The most illustrious podcast in the world, the #1 show at late night, was ambushed where he walked. It's a Power 105.1.
Unbelievable.
We entered the Octagon.
No warning.
To promo our tour.
And
what we get?
Nothing
feelings, nothing but light-skinned feelings.
Emotions, feelings.
Let's roll the beautiful butter footage.
Look at this. Pancake batter emotion.
This shit.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are the Breakfast Club. We got 2 guests in the building.
Why you need a special guest,
we
man?
got Dickhead and Pussy.
Stop. Hold on. Hold on. I was gonna write that for you. Like, at least give me a Desus and Zero or something.
Come on,
Dickhead and Pussy.
Like, there's no P.
You didn't even try. Did you really?
Yo, come on, my nigga.
I mean, in that 10 minutes we saw you outside the studio before we did the interview and you didn't talk to us, maybe you could have came up with a better name then.
You know what I'm saying? When you was in the panic room, maybe you could have gotten
about that. Right? Let's continue our interview. Why you need a special guest,
man? We got Dickhead and Pussy.
Wow.
That's easy, though. Those 3 classes that I'm about to snuff this nigga.
Roll it back. This is a Bronx reaction. There's only 2 times when people go, wow. That's when the nigga's lying and... You're lying. I'm like, really?
She said exactly. I heard it.
And so you feel... Look at the piss off meter.
The beige rage meter.
Look at him. Bossing up. Bossing up.
He's almost a super combo.
So, I didn't want to, just keep giving them niggas light. But basically, if you didn't hear the interview or see the interview...
Yeah.
I take it even further back. DJ Envy and his wife, Gia, is it Gia? Gia. She's beautiful. DJ Envy cheated with Erica Mena. Mm-hmm. And he apologized on the Breakfast Club, and he was on The Talk or The Real or The View, wherever the fuck one of these shows.
The Real.
Mm-hmm. And basically talking about, the whole cheating scenario. And his wife had the audacity to say, because if you don't know, DJ Envy's name is Rayshawn. Or Roshan, or whatever. But basically, she says she doesn't know DJ Envy. She knows Rashawn. Mm-hmm. And Desus and Mero says, but I bet you know them DJ Envy checks. Facts.
No, he didn't say facts.
No, I know. I'm putting my own little sauce on it.
Yeah.
Because, it was some real shit. But it was funny.
But to finish it out, he didn't just say that. He said... She know those DJ Envy checks. I'm just playing. I don't know. I'm being messy. That's the whole clip.
Right.
So if you listen to he's saying I'm just on some bullshit. He wasn't saying it maliciously all that. She know them.
Even then.
Bro, he being sensitive. Man.
Right. No, definitely. That's why I tweeted DJ Envy at DJ Envy #DJ Sensitive. Yeah. Nigga, you was fooling. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That whole look. I asked my wife was that disrespectful. She's like, I don't see what's the problem with it. Yeah, nigga, we getting them DJ Envy checks. We living a life. Yeah. But so when they took a trip to the Breakfast Club, And DJ Envy G-checks him. You know, his little version of G-checking. Started calling him dickhead pussy. He already name calling. All that.
Yeah.
And it was just like, damn, nigga, like, that shit coming out of left field. Like, nigga, what the fuck is your issue?
Yeah.
My wife, my kids, don't talk about my... They didn't say nothing about your wife and kids, nigga. They didn't call her a bitch. They didn't say she was a homewrecker like you, nigga. None of that, nigga. Like, they just said she know them checks. She said she don't know DJ Envy. You were fucking lie, because then you come out of your mouth and say, she was with me when I didn't have no money. So before DJ Envy, she was with you, so she knew Rashawn, but she got to know DJ Envy. Come on now. And the only reason that nigga said anything is because, like he said, my wife saw it and she felt disrespected.
Yeah.
You knew that was some bullshit, that it wasn't no disrespect. But because she was disrespected and your bitch ass still in a doghouse, you had to just say, you had to go crazy. You had
and
to.
see, the way he said it, because he had said it on the show that he went to her and showed her and asked her, was it disrespectful? And she thought it was disrespectful too. So that means he probably did get mad at that shit on his own. And went to her, because he a sensitive ass type of nigga like that. And you can tell by the shit that the niggas he get into other than, like, with them, like
drama.
Like drama, bro. Like, drama don't fuck with nobody, bro. You know what I'm saying? And if y'all had an issue, then that's an issue y'all should have talked to, like, off air. That whole thing didn't happen on air. We ain't know shit about that.
Right.
We ain't know y'all had no beef or nothing.
Right.
So for you to do that shit on air, you a hoe. Because you couldn't talk to that nigga. Because whatever y'all business wasn't public, nigga. You could have did that shit behind the scenes. So, you know what I'm saying? You keeping that same energy of being a hoe like you been. So
right.
You just let us know your true colors, nigga. And then for a nigga to apologize to you after you demand an apology and then you still walk out of the interview like a bitch, you could have turned that whole thing around and just like let it go and split the switch and kept asking questions and show you a man because you got what you needed to get out. Now let's do this interview.
I think he walked out because when Charlamagne suggested that they have a fade for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And
Mero was like,
right.
Yeah, we can get that shit, nigga.
And that's, I think he was like, oh, nigga, like, it is, you know what I mean? And that probably was like, you know, let me get the fuck out of here.
And then if that was the case, I understand that. But then later on that same day, he goes on TMZ and does a Skype interview with them, right?
Yeah.
He tells them that the reason he walked out is because Charlamagne was making jokes and he was still kind of pissed about it. And he didn't like the fact that Charlamagne was making jokes. It just made the situation worse, so he just left.
No, did Charlamagne went act that nigga? Was he taking?
Bro, this is what he's saying out of his mouth.
Like we didn't see it.
Like we didn't see the shit, bro. So that's what I'm telling you. This nigga's a hoe and a half, bro.
Unless y'all got some hell of a fucking video editors, bro, where they can chop that shit down, and where we didn't see the part where Charlamagne was still making jokes,
bro.
Come on now. My thing is like, nigga, like.
When they left,
what Birdman say when Charlamagne asked him about Trick Daddy and fucking Rick Ross? I'm running up on you, nigga.
Yeah, for real, nigga.
Fuck them niggas. I'm running up on you, nigga.
Yeah, nigga.
So my thing is with DJ Envy, like, nigga, and you could say I'm running up on Desus and Mero. Cool. But, nigga, why you ain't do that shit when Dane was he was disrespecting you, nigga.
Yeah. Birdman
came up there and shitted on your whole radio station, nigga. Stop playing with me.
You know this nigga got into it with Chris Rock, too?
Yeah, about that basketball shit. Like,
pettiest shit in the fucking world, bro. And you was literally mad at this grown ass man about this shit. What pisses
me off is now they got this beige rage shit going on.
Yeah.
So it's like,
you a beige
I'm
nigga,
a beige nigga, so it's like, goddamn, like, I don't have beige rages. I mean, I get pissed off, but not on little dumbass shit like that. Like, nigga, like, shit. Especially, like, if I'm up and I'm M, I got them M's, I'm like, Envy, nigga, it ain't really much you can say to me.
Detroit beige, though. Detroit beige is different than that type of beige.
I look at Envy like, nigga, these young boys coming up here, they trying to get to your level.
Yeah.
It's nothing you can say to me that could disrespect me. You feel what I'm saying? Period. Or my wife. Because she with me. As long as I got M's, she got M's.
Yeah.
Period. We good. But the only reason he said something is because she felt the way and he had to come to her rescue.
But by you taking your ass on that TV show and doing that, don't you think you subjected to all the jokes and all that shit that happened?
Mm-hmm. He should have fucking known.
He joked, and they talk, like everybody say, they talk about niggas on Breakfast Club every fucking day. That's what they do. They talk about people who call in. They talk about celebrities that's doing shit. They make comments and commentary on everything, bro. Mm-hmm. So for him to have that thin of skin when it come to him, bro, he a bitch, bro.
I'm running up on you, nigga. That was the hardest shit I ever heard in my life.
Yeah, bro. And he was serious, bro. When I say, whenever you hear a grown ass man, his voice was trembling, bro, because he was that mad.
I'm running up on you, nigga.
Because he couldn't even get the words out. He just wanted to hit one of them niggas. But he had to, you know what I'm saying?
Hard.
Keep it on some bullshit. That nigga, Birdman, was going to fuck them niggas up.
He's going to fuck them niggas up. But, like, Envy, that's why I tweet. And I don't normally at people on Twitter and nothing like that. And speaking of Twitter, at Dre and Big Jay.
Yeah.
Instagram,
you know
at Wordplay the Podcast. Facebook, at Wordplay the Podcast.
Yeah.
But, yeah, pretty much, like, dog, this nigga just, like, it was the most sucker shit in the world, bro. And I had to, like, tweet, bro. Like, and I really wish he would have said something. He said he always in Detroit. Envy, if you see this, and I'm going to at you in this shit again. You see this come, fuck with us, get our views up, and we can have a conversation. Yeah. I feel like that was some sucker shit. My opinion will not change. Jay's opinion will not change. That was some sucker shit, nigga. You was tripping. But I want you to come and redeem this shit for the beige niggas. Because you got us looking real bad out here, fam. You don't represent all of us. But you represent most of us, nigga. Come on, man.
I don't think he got the guts to come sit with us. Because we going to ask him some shit for real. And get to the root of that shit. Because why did they hurt you so bad? Do you really feel like they was telling the truth?
That she be up.
That she with you?
But it's not that she... I don't believe she with this nigga for the money.
I
didn't get that.
I'm saying, so why is you so touchy about that shit?
That's what I'm saying. Because I didn't get that.
Most of the time, niggas get touchy about shit they insecure about, bro.
He just said... She doesn't know DJ Envy. He said, well, you know them DJ Envy checks.
Yeah.
Stop playing.
But that could have implied anything. That didn't have to be that. That could have been implied that, oh, she know that he be cashing out at the crib. Like, they got big house, they got all the cars, she know DJ Envy.
Yeah. She know that nigga make the money, DJ every day.
Yeah, but that don't mean that, oh, she just there for the money. Well, where do you get that from?
I want to start a petition right now to change that nigga name to DJ Sensitive. I tweeted the shit, and I'm going to tweet the shit again, and I'm going to hashtag that shit DJ Sensitive. That should be that nigga's new name.
Yeah, that nigga sensitive
Period.
shit.
Period.
Hey, let him do what he do, bro. That beige rage.
That shit crazy to me, man. That shit just got all of us really like, you know what I'm saying? It really got me pissed off because I'm like, damn, bro, like, I know I don't act like that.
Yeah.
Or getting them little tips, nigga. It ain't really much that bother me. Mm-hmm. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But moving right along, I want to get into something a little, not even a little different. I want to take something from the Joe Budden podcast. Shouts out to them. They was talking about it was questioning Joe Budden's loyalty to Eminem. If y'all don't know, Joe Budden is signed to Slaughterhouse, which is Eminem's label.
Yep.
Or is it? No, what's the name of the label? Shady?
Oh yeah, Shady.
He signed to Shady. He's a partner of the Slaughterhouse camp.
Yep.
So he gave, when Eminem dropped his last terrible ass album, and I'm from Detroit, we from Detroit, and we fucked with Eminem, but that shit hurt me. Because he didn't give the dick suckety reviews that they felt like he should. His loyalty was in question. He's not a rapper anymore, so he says. He's a media guy.
Okay.
So his objective is to give his honest opinion or something close to it. Mm-hmm. And so the question was, because Royce basically was saying that, you know, it's a way to critique another artist's art. Mm-hmm. And I get that, because I know artists, they are sensitive about their shit.
Yeah. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I get sensitive about my shit, but I don't ask nobody who I feel like I can't handle what they say.
Right.
So if I ask you and I know you the type of nigga that's gonna tell me what it is, then I'm expecting and ready for whatever you say. Right.
You know, a lot of people have told me, I've even got, people have called me negative before. Like, nigga, you negative. Like, if that shit garbage, that shit garbage. I'm not saying it's garbage for the world. Yeah. I don't like it.
Yeah.
But if it's sweet, I'm going to tell you, like, nigga, that shit hurt. Like, that shit cold.
I mean, bro, like, when I was doing music, I used to come to you and we'd sit there and listen to me and you would tell me exactly what's wrong with it and you tell me what you like about it.
But not, if I didn't
But if you didn't like nothing about it, you would tell it wouldn't be nothing. But most of the time, it was a give and take thing. Mm-hmm. So you gave me constructive criticism. That's what Joe Budden did, I feel like.
Nah, I just feel like he just painted the picture like this shit trash.
Nah, bro, but you got to think about the context in which the whole conversation was started under. Like, they asked him on Everyday Struggle. You got to think about it. Months before the speculation for the album started coming out. So then when the rollout started happening, like with the freestyle he did for BET and dropping the first single and shit, they was asking Joe about this. And Joe was like, I'm going to leave my opinion out until the whole entire body of work come out.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And then I give you a judgment from that. But from here, I give him the benefit of the doubt because he that great a person to me. But not a person to me as personally, but as an artist, I hold him high. So I'm not going to just downplay his shit without hearing the entirety of it. So I understood what he was saying, but he kept downplaying it. But when everything came out, and then the album, the track list popped out, the cover, he seen the bullshit. And he said he felt some type of way about it. Like he was pandering to black people. For real. And if you feel like that, bro, why not? I mean, as a man, you have to say that if you really feel like that. And if you really want to get the message to the nigga, you say it on your platform.
I don't want to be on in no type of environment where I can't be honest. Especially about some shit that I hold dear to my heart, which is music.
Yeah.
I'm always going to be honest with music, and I'm hard on artists. Pause. But I'm very, very opinionated when it comes to that shit because I engulf myself in this culture.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? And I know bullshit when I see it. I know when you're not trying. I can tell you're not trying. I can tell you didn't write that shit down. You popped 35 Xanax, nigga, cut the lights off in the booth, and just did some shit.
That's why I agree with Joe when he say he's on the side of the music. He not on the side of nobody else. He on the side of the music. So whatever you put out and it's not up to par, I'm gonna tell you it's not up to par.
And see, that's what, and like Joe said, he was basically saying that his relationship with Eminem is nowhere near the relationship of Royce and Eminem. Them niggas is friends. And when you friends, it's hard to be honest. Yeah. But I'm glad we don't have that type of
relationship
dynamic where, I gotta lie to you to protect your feelings. No, I'm gonna tell you how I feel because at the end of the day, my nigga, I want you to win.
Yeah.
And I feel like most people need that type of shit.
But then we know that we both can handle that shit.
Yeah, like,
because we both dealt with niggas that we had that couldn't handle the shit. And when we give them that honesty, them niggas, we haters and shit. No, nigga, we telling you the honest shit. Don't come to me if you don't want to hear the truth.
If you don't want to hear my opinion, because the truth is always subjective. Because it's your truth. It might not be everybody else's truth, but it's your truth.
Yeah.
So if you don't want my opinion, then don't come to me because I'm gonna tell you exactly how I feel about it from music, fashion, film, whatever the fuck you doing.
Yeah.
If you want my opinion, you know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, I'm gonna give it to you straight, no chaser.
Yeah, for real.
You know what I'm saying? And I ask people all the time, like, what we're doing with this project, like, hey, what do you see? What do you like? What don't you like? Do you not like anything? That's cool with me. It don't matter.
Yeah.
Because I know we still building and we trying to create the best production that we can possibly create.
Yeah.
So whatever you tell me, I'm going to take that in stride. It's not going to hurt my feelings.
Yeah.
Shit, we got one dislike.
Yeah. the only thing that it don't hurt my feelings, but it kind of like make me not listen is only when it's somebody that don't know shit about what we asking them or what we talking about.
Right. If you don't, yeah. But I respect motherfuckers who be like, bro, I don't even listen to that podcast.
Exactly.
Then all right, cool. Then we ain't got to go no further.
Yeah. That's what my fiance said. She say, at the end of the day, I don't really know about podcasts, but I'm giving you my view as far as like, this is the best for the camera. Or this is this, you know what I'm saying? So
Right.
The, what is it called? The production of it?
Yes.
That's all. Because she said she don't listen to podcasts, so she can't tell me how she, you know what I'm saying, if we need to do this or this or this or this, because she don't know. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, I mean, so Joe Budden, like, bro, like, and I'm going to add you in this shit too, bro, like, you good. Don't feel no type of way about that shit, bro. Like, at the end of the day, if you and Royce, and I know you said Royce was your man, you know what I'm saying, but at sometimes shit, motherfuckers.
We appreciate their honesty because honestly, I felt like that too. And I felt the same way. I felt like that album wasn't an album that he should have put out. He just put that out because he felt like it'll do something in the time of like in this time, in this moment that we in right now, with this president that we got, with the way shit going as far as the justice system, and it was a good time to capitalize on it.
I see, and
because he should have put out something that was more closer to him, as far as like his music. And we haven't heard you in a while. We want to see what your musical influence is. Don't do the social justice warrior, and we don't need that.
But see, I feel like Eminem has always been one of those artists that have always had something to talk about. Whether it was his mama, Kim, his kids, the backlash he would get from these different organizations and shit like that. Every good album was like that. But then when motherfuckers left him alone, You know what I'm saying? He didn't have nothing to talk about. So, he uses, life. And then when his life is going, like Relapse album, drugs, that's what he was doing. Yeah. That's what the album was about. Drugs. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So he always talking. So the shit that's going on now, that's all he doing. I don't feel like he's trying to capitalize on the shit. He just talking about the shit that's going on. And the fact that he is a white guy that associates with 80% black people. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? Who grew up around black people. So in certain words, he probably feels black. He understands what they go through. So it's going to come out in his music. So I don't feel like he was, like trying to, gain something from what was going on. I feel like the shit, he just went in there, was talking about the shit that was going on in his life or the niggas around him life, but the shit came out trash. Other than I like him and the Ed Sheeran record. That's kind of all right.
But look, listening to that album. But listening to that album, what was like the shit that he was saying? It wasn't nothing that can possibly go with his life, bro. Because he's a white man. No. First off, wait, just let me finish. And then him being a superstar artist. Okay. He not dealing with the average African American nigga. Right. So at this point, he's dealing with privileged dudes, so they not dealing with this same shit that he talking about on this album. Okay. That black boy. Come on, bro. We don't know. That's not you, bro. Why are you doing that? That's not what we hear Eminem for. Yeah. We don't go to Eminem for that.
What do we go to Eminem for?
For introspective music on himself. That's not him.
But when he's
talking about the plight of a black man, he's not a black man, bro.
I get it.
Through the whole album. That's the tone of the album.
I get it.
If it was one song, I wouldn't trip. But this is a whole album about that, bro.
I totally understand. But what I'm telling you is, and what I believe, is the fact that he's a white man who is from, Detroit, even though the 8 Mile, whatever. He associated himself with black culture. And we had this conversation the last time about like with the Rachel Dolezal shit. Yeah. When you get white people that associate themselves with black people and black culture, they feel a different way towards us. And not as like, they know that they're white, but they feel like they're black. Like you was swerving down this shit that's happening to black people. Yeah. It's happening to him. He's just as mad as you, and you wonder why, because he feels like he's a part of this culture so much.
I understand that, bro. But
even though white people are the ones who really buy his records.
Bro, but he got more money than anybody can fathom, bro. So he's not dealing with the shit that we dealing with, bro.
Got that fucking bread, bro. And he wouldn't even tell you.
He's not sitting in the hood, bro, dealing with getting bothered every time you go off the block, nigga. Like, no, nigga, this is not what he going through. But this is what he rapping about, bro.
Okay, so let me ask you this. So Jay-Z not sitting in the hood, but Jay-Z's talking about that 444 album was so introspective.
Bro, but what he was talking about is gaining wealth within yourself and being empowered as a black man.
He was talking about black struggle, though.
Bro, but he wasn't saying it from a point.
But Jay got a way of doing it, bro. Jay got a way of doing it.
First off, he a black man.
Can I get some out here to see that?
Yeah, bro. It's right there. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It's, nigga, I'm not saying... Jay-Z is a black man, first off, bro. All right. So, automatically, he's been there sometimes. So, he's talking about it as in, I'm seeing my brothers go through this shit. Right. So, that's closer knit. Then I understand Eminem might think we his brothers too, and we, you know what I'm saying? We are his brothers, because, you know what I'm saying? That color shit ain't a big deal if you grown up in our city, nigga, and we embraced you, then you a part of the culture. We're not saying you not. But what I'm saying is, you don't have to, this album, bro, your album's supposed to be for you and your fans. Right. Your fans even looked at you like, what the fuck is this, bro? So even the people, you get what I'm saying, bro? It's not, the people who normally support you is even looking at you like, what the fuck is, this is not your character. Right. So for you to do that, bro, like, come on. Yeah. Come on. He could have been on the side of the music and put out some dope ass music, bro. He could have showed 2017 when that album came out. He could have showed 2017 what Eminem is and put his impact on the world again. Facts. But now you put your impact on the world on some shit that's half-assed. You painted yourself in such a box that your lyrics were shitty, and you known as a lyricist because you kept to this one subject. You didn't have to do that. You could have did what you normally do and put it together.
The funny, silly shit.
Not even just the funny, silly shit. He could have just did some dope ass music, like some renegade shit. That ain't no, you know what I'm saying, bro? That's just pure adrenaline. He could have just did that on the whole album,
right? And
we would have loved it for it. I'm not even the biggest Eminem fan, but I like Eminem. So when I hear him in his pocket, bro, or I hear him jump on a feature or something, I'm like, okay, that nigga did his thing. But when I heard that shit, bro, I literally sat there and I was rocking back and forth like a motherfucking old person, bro. Just sitting there listening to that shit like, what the fuck, my nigga? Like, damn, my nigga, you really, like, you just gave it up like that? Like, that's how you gonna put out this body of work and think we just supposed to take that from you?
Pretty much.
No, nigga, no. That shit is garbage. And I don't blame Joe Budden for going into that and telling the truth about it. Because a lot of niggas, Royce, bro, I guarantee you Royce feel like that, but he just don't want to say it because that's his man's.
I feel like a lot of these niggas, like, you know what I'm saying, rappers or, you know what I'm saying, what have you, like, they got motherfuckers in their life, bro, that's, you know, not 1,000 with them. Yeah,
Charlamagne said that when Kanye came up to the Breakfast Club, he had two dudes with him that was in the lobby going crazy. Like, they had the interview going, like, trying to hype him up. Looking back, he said in the interview, bro, like, them yes men, ain't even no speakers out there. They can't even hear what's going on here. They don't know what we talking about. Them. They just hyping you up on some, you know what I'm saying, on some rah-rah shit. He said he went and did an interview after that with another dude, and the interview was dry because he said he was thinking about that shit. Like, I got these niggas around me, and they just, you know, smiling and laughing and telling me yes, and, you know what I'm saying, telling me whatever I want to hear.
But I don't understand, like, how the fuck could you not know that you don't have yes man? Motherfuckers don't want to hear the truth, bro. Yeah, they don't want motherfuckers to be honest with. They want you to cuddle them, love them, and shit like that. And that's why a lot of them kids be fucked up.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Because you ain't brutally honest with motherfuckers. I'm saving you at least 2 years of bullshit.
Yeah.
All you gotta do is listen to me right now. And that's because I'm still a nigga who buy music. I'm still a nigga who pay my money to go see a movie. I'm a consumer.
Yeah, me too.
So I listen to the consumers. You feel what I'm saying? The shit, I mean, it's just bananas to me. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like, Joe, you know, you did the right thing by being honest of what you felt and how you felt about that shit. You feel what I'm saying? So don't change nothing. I don't give a fuck. If they drop you from the label, so be it. You already said that you're not a rapper no more. So that's cool. We ain't gotta worry about hearing your deep ass voice on a goddamn song. You know what I'm saying? But just dead that shit. Royce, you know what I'm saying? Detroit, stand up, but man, you need to really reevaluate, you know what I'm saying, the type of dynamic you have. Like, you gotta be able to separate that shit.
Yeah, for real.
You know what I'm saying? Anytime you do business, and if you can't master separating the relationships, my nigga, then neither one of y'all will be successful. You feel what I'm saying? Period. Because you're not going to tell him when he's fucking up, and he's not going to tell you when you fucking up. So y'all niggas just going to be running around this bitch falling down the steps the whole time.
But my thing is y'all relationship that fickle that you can't tell them the truth?
Yes, nigga. I bet it is. But believe it or not, bro, is these quote-unquote real niggas or real guys, ain't nothing real about these niggas because they live in a fantasy world.
So do you really want to hang with a nigga that you got to walk around eggshells on?
Fuck no.
Exactly,
and
bro.
I don't. And that's why my circle is small as shit now.
For real. Facts.
Because if I can't be honest with you, my nigga, then I don't know what the fuck we kicking for. You feel what I'm saying? I don't know why we hanging, my nigga. I can't be honest with you.
For real.
That's some goofy shit. But I want to, you know, I don't want to stay on that too long. How many minutes? Where we at?
Shit, like hour 10.
All right, so before we even get up out of here, I was also watching the Joe Budden Afterthoughts. And they was talking about branding. And I was in the car listening to the shit, and it made me laugh a little bit.
Yeah, when they was...
Because we looking at 3, 4, possibly 5 niggas who know nothing about branding.
Yeah.
Absolutely nothing. The only person that might know anything is Joe.
No, Rory.
No. I'm going to say Joe. Because Joe was in these meetings. He understands what a brand is.
But I think Rory worked for marketing for Def Jam.
Whatever. But he still do?
No, I'm saying
okay.
He did.
All right.
But he knows, nigga. He knows more than Joe, nigga.
Okay.
He knows more than Joe.
I ain't trying to hear that shit, man.
He worked in the
field. What the fuck is he doing now, though?
But what I'm saying is he know what branding is, nigga. He worked in the field.
No, bro. Because when I'm listening to the shit, bro, he wasn't saying anything that was like, yeah, Rory, you know what I'm saying? He was like, man, he was kind of like a mute.
Because they was just playing around with that subject. They was talking about how all these Instagram models saying they got brands. And they are brand. And they was basically saying they not brands because, bitch, you ain't really shit. Because nobody really know you. You're not a brand if you got 600 followers.
But that's not what a brand is. That's not what a brand is. I'm going to tell you exactly what a brand is.
But I'm saying that's the context in which they was talking about that shit.
Which is, don't talk about some shit like that, nigga, and be fucking around with it because motherfuckers listen to you and they want to gain something. So if you want to learn what a fucking brand is, my nigga, get your
That's
pencil.
why you listen to context. Them niggas
That's why you listen.
joking,
That's why you listen to a nigga like me, nigga. Get your pen and your pad out. So from the gate, now these niggas said that you don't have a brand unless you have a demand. That's a false. That's a false. Your brand is anything that you are that you are a part of. You know what I'm saying? Or that you do. Like the most transparent niggas I can think of right now. Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart is a comedian, right? Part of his brand is what? The most obvious part.
What, just being social media?
Fitness.
Oh, you talking about, okay.
Same way with 50 Cent. Because this is a part of their lifestyle. So this becomes a part of their brand. Yeah. And this is
That's
what
why
opens
they do action movies.
This is what opens doors for you to be able to get money elsewhere.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying? That's what a brand is. Lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? The shit that you normally do. We smoke. Smoking will be a part of our brand. You feel what I'm saying? And this is what opens the door. Drinking. The Drink Champs. Their brand is drinking, and this is why they get alcohol sponsors. It's always transparent as fuck. You can have a brand with having 2 followers. It don't fucking matter. As long as you stick to that brand and keep that as your lifestyle, the brand will grow. Brands grow. This is a real thing. It's not fake.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Brands grow. Like, you know what I'm saying? Shit, the Jersey Shore niggas. All them niggas got paid off that fitness shit. Because that was a part of their brand. Yeah. What the fuck was they doing? Nothing. Fucking hoes and getting drunk and fighting. That's all they did. But the fact that the fitness part was a part of their lifestyle. Just like dressing, like clothes. Kanye. Dressing was a part of his brand from the very beginning. How he wears certain shit. What certain shit he wear. That's what a brand is. So you establish a brand the moment you establish any type of entity. Yeah. That's what a brand is. And what pisses me off is I hate when a nigga, you know what I'm saying, say shit like that and be joking when niggas listen to you and now you got niggas feeling like, oh, I ain't got nobody checking for me. And this goes back to what I say about Maul. Like my nigga. Like nigga, you the first off, like nigga, if anything, this is what makes me feel like you a fucking retard because of who your brother is. Because you supposed to be giving the shit that I'm saying is the shit you're supposed to be saying because who your brother is and what he has done for the music industry. Yeah. But you just such a dickhead, nigga, that you just, and yes, I'm calling you a dickhead. You such a dickhead, you a silver spoon, nigga. That's what you is. Your brother probably got you on retainer, nigga. Period. You got niggas like, what Joe Budden said, I DM Cash Doll for him. Like, you got niggas that do shit for you.
No, he said he DM'd him to come on the show.
No, he wanted to holler at Cash.
No, I'm saying he, I guess the fans, after Rory had told the fans to go on Cash Doll page and say something about Maul on there. And Maul was like, no, I don't do that. And they ended up doing that. And she said, hey, Maul. And he was like, what's up? And that's it.
Sucker. But anyway, so that y'all niggas just got it. So, like, back to the brand shit. The moment you start anything and what you want to do, whether it be a rapper, whether it be a singer, whether it be a actor or an athlete, whatever the fuck you want to do, remember that the things you do in your life,
yeah, they are.
They will become a part of your brand.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So pay attention to the shit that you do.
Yeah, you're a walking representation of your brand.
You're not a businessman. You're a businessman.
Yeah.
This is like I try to explain this shit to niggas. Niggas don't listen to me though.
That's a Jay-Z reference.
That's a Jay-Z reference. If you don't know, and if you really don't know, then do not watch this podcast ever again.
Yeah, for sure.
Because you ain't even the nigga we won't listen to.
For real, nigga.
But I just had to get that off my chest. That shit kind of pissed me off. I ride in the car like literally.
I feel you. I'm glad you brought that to, you know what I'm saying, to the podcast because the context in which they was doing, they was joking about that shit. And now that you said it like that, I really feel like, because I already know that, but I will see that a lot. That's the information that niggas can really, like, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah, it's key shit.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? It's shit that you won't even notice.
And just watch the modes. You can look at it within their own group. You can look at like Doughboys Cash Out. Okay. You can look at how Payroll moves as a brand. So he wasn't out dangling and getting into fights and doing all that shit. He showed up when the money is out, and then he disappeared again. And you see where he's at now. This nigga getting a deal. This nigga getting money, and then look at the rest of them. You know what I'm saying?
Like, okay, I put like you said, like Payroll. Shouts out to Payroll. Mm-hmm. Matter of fact, we gonna add Payroll. We want Payroll to come on the show.
Hell yeah.
So, Payroll has, since the dawn of Doughboys Cash Out, he's always been one of those guys that's gone like the fresh guy. Yeah. But not like regular fresh, like I better go get a jersey and some J's. Yeah. He go overly fresh. He go get the $1,700 Louis with the belt and the hat. You know what I'm saying? Like, he go overboard. Yeah. Nigga, I'm not spending that much money, fam. Not yet.
That nigga be fooling though.
He be fly as fuck. But now that's a part of his brand, right? Him being fly is a part of his brand. Him having, money. It's some lifestyle shit. Yeah. So when you sitting back, bro, and you thinking about what the fuck you gonna do, and then you decide on what you gonna do, and then you need to determine like what will be a part of your brand. How will people associate with you outside of what you do? Yeah. That's what a brand is. Like when you if Kevin Hart stopped doing comedy, he's still doing fitness. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying?
He's still doing movies.
He's still doing film. Like all this shit is a part of his overall brand. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? 50 Cent the same way. And I mention them two more often than not because they're probably the most transparent. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying?
And now that you say that, the shit that Kevin Hart do kind of like feeds into that fitness shit too. Just like the adventure movies he do. He do a lot more adventure movies ever since he dropped that shoe. And the shoe was a training shoe for running and shit. Mm-hmm. So now it's like all.
But if you notice, but what makes social media so dope is that when you do get a following and you start doing certain shit, like before he got endorsed by Nike, he was always recording himself working out. Yeah. That's because he had the right motherfuckers working for him. His publicist, fucking genius. Yeah. Like, Kevin, hey, every time you in the gym, get on FaceTime. Not FaceTime, but Snapchat. Let people know what you're doing. Let people know that you are encouraging people to be healthier. Mm-hmm. And that, Nike. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? Nike. Now, granted, the only thing that they did have right, but they worded it wrong, was the demand. Now, when you get the demand is when you get the bigger companies attaching themselves to your brand. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? You become a brand ambassador. Mm-hmm. That's where that phrase comes from. A brand ambassador. Look at Puff. Diddy, like, what people don't understand is this nigga don't own none of the companies that he fucks with. The Ciroc shit, I don't know if he even owned the Revolt shit.
I think he might own Ciroc.
No.
He don't?
He was a...
I didn't know he was a brand ambassador. I thought he was an owner.
This is how they do it. This is what 50 Cent did with the vitamin water. Okay. You know what I'm saying? He became a brand ambassador for it and then bought stock into the company and then sold it. You know what I'm saying? Because you that big of a motherfucker, you know what I'm saying, or of a person. You know what I'm saying?
What would be the incentive to keep pushing Ciroc now if you don't own still?
Because that doesn't mean like you probably still have stock in it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So when you're a brand ambassador, and usually like with Puff in the position he's in, he's the face of everything that he gets a part of.
Yeah, I know. That's what a brand ambassador is.
So when he becomes the face, he's kind of like the chairman. Yeah, he's the representative of the company. Yeah. So basically, when he because he's the representative, he's always there. So when he sells the majority, whatever portion he owns, he only sells like just enough where he can keep getting money. That's why that's why I ain't even say Puff. Most of these niggas getting so much money, they getting that shit off the back end. Mm-hmm. The same thing with Mark Zuckerberg. Mark Zuckerberg didn't sell Facebook. He sold the majority of Facebook. Mm-hmm. He still owns a percentage of Facebook.
Yeah, because they just did the deal where they bought Instagram and then.
So now he's getting money. He's getting money on the back end. You dig what I'm saying? That's that residual income, and that's the key.
And Zuck so cold with that shit.
Yeah, Zuck cold as a bitch. You feel what I'm saying? But he's just like, he a nigga with he a billionaire. You know what I'm saying? He ain't doing nothing else.
No, I'm just saying, Snapchat, he went to buy them and they didn't want to sell. And he went and copied their whole mode and put it into Instagram, and now Snapchat stocks is down.
Boom. There it is. So, I look at it like, but I'm sorry, I didn't mean to rant. But that's what I do, especially when it comes to business, because I know a lot about that shit and I do that shit. So when I see niggas joking about that shit, and I really be trying to get people some game. Yeah. Because now, like I said, we in a world where, like it's a direct to consumer thing. Yeah. You don't need big companies, nigga. You can run your own company out of your house and make a fucking killing. Because it's a direct to consumer. The birth of social media was the worst and most beautiful thing that ever happened to this world.
We've done it.
You feel what I'm saying?
Go shop designer drugs.
Plug. So, these niggas is making Fortune 500 companies and they don't even have office space. You feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. They got 2 or 3 niggas in the house pressing up shirts, nigga, like in hats. Boom, 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 boom. We knocking these bitches out. You know what I'm saying? We clearing $30,000 in a month, nigga. I'm not saying that that's what we doing.
Yeah, I'm pocket watching.
But this is how the shit go. And and that's why I try to, like, with business is the most exciting thing in the world to me. Yeah. Because I like seeing something come from nothing and turn to something. Me too. That shit is gangster.
That shit is like an adrenaline rush.
That's the most gangster shit in the world. Yeah, fuck, I don't go to the casino. Niggas act like, why you don't casino? Bitch, because I gamble enough, nigga. I put my money elsewhere.
Dog, when you double your money, that's like the equivalent of like getting 2 or 3 bricks in a day, bro. Like when you get that shit, bro, you be like, God damn!
I just killed him, nigga, and I ain't lose shit.
Yeah, bro. Like
it's a whole nother feeling. Yeah. But but just like I hope y'all take that portion of branding, man, and really really understand it. So don't listen to them niggas over there. Shouts out to them niggas over there.
Yeah, they was on some play shit.
I hope they was on some play shit.
They was, bro. They wasn't serious about that shit. Well, like you said, I don't think none of them is really, really well versed. If anybody, it probably would be Rory or Joe. But I just took it what it was. It was like, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't nothing heavy. I don't think they were trying to kick game. But
you cannot, like, I don't shit on niggas. I don't shit on the little niggas. You feel what I'm saying? Like, nigga, you only got 600 people for... Like,
but you know they passive like that. That's how they talk like that, because they privileged niggas, bro.
Silver spoon. I ain't gonna say Joe is. I don't know Rory's background, but Maul a silver spoon. And if you ain't a silver spoon, Maul, at me and tell me you ain't a silver spoon. Show me that project box where you come from, nigga. Yeah. Because we know who your brother is and what he done did. I mean, I'm just saying.
Yeah. I mean, shit. The nigga was talking out the side of his neck. Because I didn't look at it like that. Because I took it as lighthearted. Yeah. But now that you say that and I rethought it, bro, just looking at it, it was some sucker shit to say.
They was horn niggas, bro.
It was sucker shit to say, bro.
And granted, we only got 40 views and 35 views. That's cool. But don't pocket watch. We ain't broke over this.
Oh, no, we do this shit. This is hobby. This is us.
No, this ain't no hobby, nigga.
What I'm saying is, it started off as like a hobby shit. It wasn't like some shit like we about to try to come up off this shit. But this is some shit that we invested in because we feel like we want to do it.
Yeah. So, but anyway, just I hope y'all take that branding conversation. I hope y'all learn something from it. I aim to teach. You know what I'm saying? How many minutes we at? I mean, what we at now?
Shit, hour and 20.
You want to wrap it up?
Yeah, we can wrap it up.
All right.
I feel like we gave him enough. We gave him enough.
All right, man. Till next time. This is Wordplay, the podcast. I'm Dre.
I'm Big Jay. It's episode 11.
Yeah, episode 11. We out. What you mean? This Wordplay. This ain't to make friends.